Welcome everybody, my name's Ed Durbis. This is 93 Drive. Today we're driving a 2020 E450 4MATIC with a 3.0 twin turbocharged V6 producing 362 horsepower and 369 pounds of torque, and it'll get it to 0 to 60 in just 5 seconds and a quarter miles at 13.4 at 104 miles an hour for a car weighs a little bit over 4,000 pounds. So, with all that being said, let's get this show on the road and let's see what this E450 has got to offer. Not bad for a 3.0 twin turbocharge. It's peppy, that is for sure. We have it in Sports Plus, so it keeps it in gear whenever we push it hard. Yeah, it's a nice coupe. This is exactly the perfect size luxury coupe. It's got all the amenities you like. Obviously, there's a few things that are not obvious. Whoever purchased doesn't inspect it out, but you know, it's just the perfect size. Just give you an example. You know, there are so many telltale signs when you get into these cars, and one one's funny because, like I mentioned before in other videos, the music that is being played in the car, and yes, this car was playing classical music. Not only that, but the hooks for hooking up a car seat in the back were also on hook. So whoever had this car before carried a car seat in the back. So that goes to tell you that is roomy to at least be able to do that. Tesla Model 3 passing by, the car we reviewed last week that you guys were not so keen about. Anyway, back to this car. You know, this is, you know, we've driven the S580 coupe, and to be completely frank with you, that was extremely not a top of the line Mercedes luxury, without being said, without a doubt. This, on the other hand, it's luxurious enough, but it's not over the top. So you're not going to be worried about people jumping in, and if you have kids with muddy shoes or anything like that, you'd be like, okay, I'll just wash it. But it's just a perfect combination. And one of the most beautiful things about these cars is that something that we couldn't do in the big S-Class was open the sunroof, because it had that sky view sunroof. So for some reason you couldn't open it. So here we actually can open the sunroof, and you're missing the B-pillar. So what it gives you is an effect of almost having a convertible with actually having a roof, which is fantastic. I was driving it earlier with all the windows down, and it really does feel like you're in somewhat of a convertible, or target top for that matter. So let's see how this car handles from a standstill, and then we'll take it through our twisty road and see how it handles around there. Just a heads up, this car, like I said, is a luxury coupe. It's not a sports sedan like the other small coupes that we've driven, like the M4 or on the Mercedes C63s and 53 and 43. So let's get here to standstill and let's see how she does from the dead stop. For all the marbles. Yeah, it's pretty quick. I mean, it did take a second there for the turbos to spew up, but once the turbos fired up, it did take off. You can tell it's a little bit heavy, but you know, it took off pretty well. I mean, except for that slight hint of turbo lag. Obviously, this car doesn't have the volt motor as later generations that incorporate that into them. So Let's see here, we're about 2,500 RPMs. Let's drop it again. Yep, drops the gear quickly. It is made to a 9-speed transmission, and yeah, it gets up and moves pretty quick. So, but at the same time, your steering feels really nice and light. It really does. As soon as you point in a direction, it really quickly turns into that direction. So yeah, I'm curious to see how she'll do on Twisty Road. So let's get down location and see how she handles. Alright, here we go with an E450 and Sports Plus down our favorite curvy road. Yeah, you know, same thing, you know, with the brakes. You don't have a lot of feedback. You know that they're strong. The transmission, on the other hand, it's actually a great transmission. It knows exactly what gear to be in, and knows how to stay in the gear. There's a little bit of feedback coming from the steering wheel, but not a lot. But you know, this is, at the end of the day, it is a luxury coupe, not a sports coupe like the M4 or the Mercedes C-classes that we've driven. But it's holding its own. It does have a nice sound to the engine. This 3.0 V6 does make it. There's a little bit of body roll. Suspension-wise, it's holding the bumps pretty well. We're head up the hill. Turning is pretty good. Let's not forget, here we go up the hill. Let's not forget we got the all-wheel drive system. We just got up to somebody here. Yep. Yeah, it doesn't mind the turning in. Yeah, I'm actually pretty surprised. It handled pretty well. It's not bad for a sports coupe. All right, let's go and do our final thoughts. But before that, let's find another curvy road we like to go on. Here we go on another favorite country road. Gotta remember, we got a bump right there. All right, here we go. Yeah, I mean, the transmission, you gotta give credit to transmission. It's set up perfectly for this engine. Not bad. I mean, it's holding its own. Like I mentioned earlier, you know, it's not a sports sedan, but it can hold its own. Let's see how it does on this bend here. Yeah, not bad. There's a little bit of body roll, you can feel it. Yeah, not bad. We weren't really pushing it that hard. Well, let's head back and do our final thoughts. My final thoughts with the E450 coupe. You know, performance-wise, it's a quick car. It's not lightning fast by any means. It's definitely not an electric car like the last couple cars we've driven. Yes, it's not a big V8 under the hood. It's got that 3.0, you know, which is 369 pounds of torque and 362 horsepower. Yeah, it's not lightning quick, but it is entertaining. And for a mid-size coupe, it's a really good size, and it has got a lot of benefits in regards. I thought you mentioned earlier, whoever owned this car had a car seat in the back. So you have the flexibility to be able to do that, carry friends. The trunk space is pretty good. You have plenty of room. You can also fold the seats back, fold the seats down in the back, so it gives you extra room. You know, steering wheel, it's really nimble. It does do exactly what you want it to do. Yeah, there's a little bit of lack of feet there, but you know, at the same day, it's a sports. It's not a sports sedan. It's just a coupe, a luxury coupe at the end of the day. So amenity-wise, is great. Obviously, top-notch materials, Ballmaster sound system, ambient light everywhere. So yeah, it's a nice car. It's a nice, compelling car to have if you're the only one in the car for the majority of the time, and if when need be, you do have that extra flexibility, extra space, and you can take it away on a long weekend. Transmission-wise, yeah, it's fantastic. It's suited perfectly for this engine. It knows exactly what to do every single time. Whenever you slam on the accelerator, it drops gears quickly to where it needs to be to give it the exact amount of torque to get it up and running. So yeah, display is absolutely, amazing. Same thing, huge display coming from both screens. And just, overall, the feel of the car feels fantastic. And like I mentioned earlier, the feeling of the air, how open it is. When you open the sunroof, you open all the windows, it is absolutely amazing. It does make you feel like you're in either a target top car or a convertible. Obviously, you do have the benefit of the fact that it is a hardtop and it's a coupe. So those are my thoughts. If you are definitely in the market for something that you can easily just live with on a day-to-day basis, this is a very good, compelling package. I would like to thank everybody out there who has subscribed. Subscriptions are going up. Thank you so much. Thumbs up, notification bell, turn that on. Comment, it does help. I do appreciate the comments that have been coming in. And like I said, I keep looking, and most of the viewers out there are not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Do subscribe. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. A very big thanks to JD who let us take this car out. This is not exactly the car that we had come down to video. That car is still in the shop getting prepped for being put on the floor. Anyway, with those things being said, I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and I can't wait to catch you guys in the next video very soon. Until then,